Hello. So in the last video, I talked about how this person from overseas pharmacy school was trying to basically steal the spotlight on my Brain Savant from the start. He found out about my Brain Savant, and despite me not even literally talking to him since more than the last decade, it's been at least 10 years since I ever even talked to him. As soon as he finds out about my Brain Savant from law enforcement, basically the same person in law enforcement who gets the monthly money every single month since 2022 that I've been trying to end, this person from overseas pharmacy school basically started contacting the girls and telling them that my Brain Savant didn't exist, despite him not knowing anything about these tools that are been used, that the courts know been used to lock up my Brain Savant out of extreme envy, to inhibit me from being able to give exams. And right now my Brain Savant is fully locked, like my ears are fully locked, except on April 22nd, 2025, these ears were all the way in the back of my head. It was unlocked. And on June 24th of last month, these were unlocked as well to test to see how much my powers for my Brain Savant would increase if my ears would be unlocked only and not air drugging. So this person from my overseas pharmacy school does not know about any of these tools. It does not care. He just wants to literally steal the spotlight from me and claim that my Brain Savant didn't exist. Despite him trying to do that, he was not able to do it, since the girls that he would contact and say this to, they would literally just go and ask law enforcement, and law enforcement would basically give them, the girls, the artificial intelligence reports confirming that my Brain Savant did in fact exist, and it was extremely powerful. Not only that, I had instantaneous photographic memory, innovation, and focusing, making it the only one in the world of that type. But not only that, law enforcement would also tell the girls that, especially on November 14, after having it completely locked since July 1st, 2023, my powers had still increased. Literally almost impossible, but it's true. And I knew that they just found out on November 14, 2025, that my powers increased, since on June 5th, when I was parking my car, June 5th, 2025, they turned on my Brain Savant to check to see if it was a Brain Savant or just someone with a lot of muscle memory, and it just turned on like zing. It was just like really, really powerful, like turned on like a jet engine, letting me know that my powers had definitely increased over time. So basically, this person from overseas pharmacy school was trying to steal the spotlight from me, claimed that my Brain Savant didn't exist, so he could run after these girls and literally steal the spotlight, claim himself a genius. But the fact of the matter is, law enforcement confessed in court that not only did they have my Brain Savant locked up the entire time I was in pharmacy school, but that law enforcement also confessed that in the last biochem exam, they used so much extreme amnesia drugs on me during the examination time in the exam hall. So much amnesia drugs was used on me that I could not even remember how to spell my own name. And law enforcement also confessed that they did this in numerous other exams, making it literally a miracle that I was able to get my college degree, that they did this to me while I even studied for my exam, so that I wouldn't even know that without my Brain Savant, my capabilities were still above average normal human beings, way above normal human beings, as we saw in numerous tests that were done, especially August 9, 2022, for 6 hours straight, where only the ear drugging was lowered, and these ears were still locked. And these ears, when they let go of unlock my ears on April 22nd, 2025, it was extremely powerful, thousands of times more powerful than normal human beings. The thing that has to be asked this person from overseas pharmacy school is, if he's such a genius trying to steal the spotlight from me due to extreme envy, and we know it's due to extreme envy, since he fabricated the group chat false testimony against me after realizing that no one's gonna take his word, when our law enforcement themselves are saying that they locked up my Brain Savant the entire time I was in my overseas pharmacy school. No one's going to take his word when artificial intelligence is telling everyone from numerous reports that were done on numerous tests that my Brain Savant does exist. And not only does it exist, it's increasing in power over time, making it literally the most rare Brain Savant in the world right now, encompassing instantaneous photographic memory, innovation, and focusing. The thing that has to be asked this person who's trying to steal the spotlight from me and claiming that he's some sort of a genius is, why did he get his degree with the rest of his batch in October 2017 when in fact, he was such a genius with instantaneous photographic memory or anything even close to it? Why didn't he get it in January 2017, which he didn't get? And did he have any failed exams? Obviously, he did. He had the microbiology lab failed exam that he had to give in summer of 2017 that I was able to pass in my first attempt. Well, it's not about me versus him. It's just the fact that my brain savant, the entire time I was in my pharmacy school, law enforcement confessed in court that not only did they lock it up the entire time, but that they used extreme amnesia drugs on me when I gave my last biochem exam, to the point that I didn't even remember how to spell my own name, is how much drugging they used to force me to cancel my exam, to the point that amnesia drugs were used, to the point that I could not remember how to spell my own name. Literally, when I was trying to write my name on the exam paper, I thinking, does the H come before the S or the S before the H? That's the level of amnesia drugs that they used on the last biochem exam, just to force me to not be able to get my degree on time. Law enforcement confessed that not only did they use this in the last biochem exam, they also used it in numerous other exams. And not only did they do that, they also used it on me while I was trying to prep for my exams. Not only this, they also locked up my brain savant so that I would not find out about it till August 9, 2022. And when law enforcement is confessing this to the courts, then there's literally no other evidence that's needed for the brain savant, especially considering the fact that we have 6 hours of data from August 9, 2022. Proving it completely. But this person who fabricated the group chat false testimony against me, who knew that this group chat false testimony was complete total fabrication, that he only fabricated because he was not able to enviously convince people that my brain savant doesn't exist, this person has to answer the basic question of, obviously the group chat false testimony wasn't even in the same time period that I was overseas, making it a complete and total fabrication that he fabricated with the person in law enforcement overseas who gets the monthly money every month since 2022 from the unemployment disability fraud. This person who fabricated the group chat false testimony has to answer the simple question: if he's such a genius, did he have any failed exams after 2016? And the answer is yes, he did. He had the microbiology lab exam that he had to give in the summer of 2017. And if he was such a genius, then why didn't he get his degree in January 2017 he should have if he was such a genius? And why did he get it with 80% of the batch after being forced to give 2 sets of exams in January and the summer of 2017? Fact of the matter is, these people either do not know what they're talking about locking up my brain savant, or that they just don't care what the facts and the truth is. Just like how he didn't care that I had nothing to do with this group chat false testimony that he fully fabricated with the person in law enforcement who has been getting money every month since 2022 that I try to end from the unemployment disability fraud. That he, just like how he didn't care about the facts and the truth on this group chat false testimony that he fabricated against me, despite it not even being in the same time period that I was overseas. He just didn't care about the truth on whether my brain savant existed or not, whether it was locked up while I was in pharmacy school or not. He just wanted to steal the spotlight for himself and make me look as bad as possible, which is why he fabricated the group chat false testimony against me. So yeah, these are just things that I had to say, and the fact that if he was such a genius, he would have gotten his degree in January 2017 instead of October 2017, and he wouldn't have any failed exams like the microbiology lab exam that I was able to pass in the first attempt. He was not able to do so. So yeah, not exactly a genius. And the other thing is, I never told one person, not one person, about my brain savant. Not even one person about my brain savant. The biggest prime example of this fact is the biggest evidence of this fact is the fact that Miss Deb knew about my brain savant in June 2023. Despite me not whispering into anyone's ears till August 25th, 2023, and the fact that I was able to tell everyone in the world exactly what they were told after August 25th, 2023, despite no one telling me. It clearly shows through facts and evidences that it was obviously my brain savant that Miss Deb and everyone was told about in June 2023 without me ever even whispering into anyone's ears about it. Obviously, no one tells about a lottery ticket that they have till the money is in the bank account. No one's stupid enough to do that, and I wasn't either. And so Miss Deb knew about it, but Miss Deb is not the person who let me know. Every single person in town knew about my brain savant after July 1st, 2023, after I came back home. Every single person knew about it, due to which I knew for a fact that law enforcement obviously had a brain scanner, since they knew about my brain savant. And I let law enforcement know right there and then, after August 25th, 2023, that I won my case. I want to be able to study now, since I am a triple savant, and I know you know, and I also know you have obviously have a brain scanner. So, yeah, I never told anyone about my brain savant. In fact, law enforcement told everyone at least 2 months before I told anyone. Every single person knew about it in mid-June 2023, whereas I never told anyone about it at least until August 25th, 2023, mainly due to the fact that if you have a lottery ticket, you never tell anyone about it till you put the money in the bank account, and that's exactly what I did. I'm not stupid enough to do that. The reason I told people after August 25th, 2023 was due to the fact that I always obviously knew that they knew about my brain savant, and the locking up my brain savant was not accidental through tools and air drugging tools that they had. It was not accidental. They knew what they were locking up, and they were locking up a brain savant, which I had to tell everyone about it after August 25th, 2023, because I won my case fair and square, and I was just like, look, I know you're not accidentally locking up my brain savant. You're purposely locking it up because you know about it, and I know about it too because I used it for 6 hours on August 9, 2022. So I know about my brain savant that you're locking up, and I also know that you're not accidentally locking it up. You're purposely locking it up, and this is exactly what you told Ms. Deb, because of which she's been going crazy over me since June 2023 for her daughter. I told law enforcement straight out, you have a brain scanner. I know you know. I know you have it, and I know you know about my brain savant, and I want to be able to study now. I just won my case August 25th, 2023. I want to be able to study now. And law enforcement then fabricated the wedding crime against me, despite them running money fraud the entire year of 2023 and sex schemes with Uncle Joey's in-laws. And we know exactly what kind of protocol law enforcement gave Uncle Joey that same year in November 2023. It would make a sitting governor envious. Literally, just check back on the facts and evidences. So they couldn't care less about any quote unquote investigations to begin with. They only care about their sex schemes and money fraud. And the only reason they were trying to fabricate false testimonies against me since 2023 was because they knew about my brain savant. And the biggest evidence of this fact is Miss Deb. Miss Deb was told, she can't lie in court. She has to tell the truth. When was she told about my brain savant? She was told about my brain savant. She has to tell the truth in court. She was told in June 2023. And she's been putting ads for her daughter all day, night long since June 2023. In fact, even right now, when Ms. Deb thought that I won my case, she's still going after me for her daughter, and her daughter's already married, which makes it insane. Like, how do you get a married girl to remarry? This is basically July 28th, only 2 days ago. July 28th, only 2 days ago, in the morning, 11:37 a.m. And she's still trying it. It's the same buy one, get one thing. She's putting up the ads for that she used to put up before, on the morning, 2 days ago, literally just 2 days ago. But yeah, so like, she's been doing this since June 2023. I never whispered into anyone's ears about it till after August 25th, 2023, because I knew that law enforcement were not accidentally locking up my brain savant that I found out about on August 9, 2022. They were purposely doing it, and they were purposely doing it because they knew about it. The reason I knew they knew was because every person in town knew about it. I would go to a Target store and people would stand right in front of me, blocking my way to check to see if I was liking them or not. Things of that sort of nature. Every single person knew about it. Literally, the person in April 2023, when I was near the Indian consulate trying to go to India at that time, She was like half an hour away from my house. Even she knew about it. So yeah, everyone knew about it. So biggest evidence of this fact is the fact that I never told anyone about it. I'm not stupid enough to do that, or else you have people like Miss Deb literally narrating in a trial, claiming that I'm a bad person and that I'm aggressive. At the same time, she's trying to force that aggressive person, me, to marry her daughter. Outside of the court, she's treating me like a little duck. She's like, come on, ducky, come inside my cage. And inside courtroom, she's saying that I'm very aggressive and I'm a bad person and my brain savant should get free. Literally showing from facts and evidences that Miss Deb is envious of the fact that someone else's daughter is going to get the brain savant money that she was told about 2 months before I even whispered into anyone's ears about. And at the same time, she's greedy, like I showed you from 2 days ago, trying to get me married to her already married daughter. Like literally, like, lady, you can only have one husband. You can't have two husbands. Like, seriously. But yeah, like these kinds of things clearly shows you exactly why I wasn't going to tell anyone about it. But after August 25th, 2023, it was like a bad feeling in my stomach. And I was just like, man, they know about your brain savant. You have to say it out in the open. Just be like, I won my case August 25th, 2023, and I know you know about my brain savant. This is not an accidental lockup of my brain savant that's still locked up right now. I can show you my ears. April 22nd, these were all the way in the back of my head, just like how it was last month, June 24th, when I was driving. So these kinds of people, these kinds of tactics, like Miss Deb is literally doing two different things. She's doing, saying in court that I'm a bad person and that my brain savant should get locked up only because I'm not marrying her daughter, who's already married, by the way. And outside of court, she is literally treating me like a duck. She's just like, come on, ducky, come inside my cage, to try to like get me to marry her daughter, who's, by the way, already married. How do I marry someone who's already married? And then you have other people like Farah the Greedy Framer, who just won't let go of me for her daughter, and who now, after June 24th was analyzed and found out that I am the new Rain Man through artificial intelligence, who, by the way, is not my friend. Artificial intelligence is not going to lie for me. Farah the Greedy Framer has been advertising two of her daughters to me. So two of her daughters, not just one. This is from today, July 30th at 3:35 p.m. Okay, this is from today, and this is supposed to be two of Farah the Greedy Framer's daughters. By the way, Farah the Greedy Framer's daughters are very ugly. They're not like that at all. They're not good looking like that at all. And I'm not trying to say anything bad about anyone, but she has annoyed the living heck out of me. She sent me these ads for her daughter more than 70 times since June 16th. 70 in the last month. June 16th was last month. Okay, more than 70 of these requests for me to marry her daughter. And let me show you the kind of things that she would send me for her daughter. It's absolutely insane. And it, like, to think that the person is like dressed up like a nun who is sending this to you is like, you don't even have the words to be able to describe it. Like, this is like the woman's dressing up like a nun. And let me just show you the kind of pictures that she is sending me of her own daughters. Like, look at that. Like, look at what the girls are wearing. Like, gray girl on top or blue girl on the bottom. Clearly sexually explicit pictures. If she wasn't dressed up like a nun, she'd be sending me nudes for her daughter. Pretty much. Yeah, this is exactly why you never tell anyone about it till you're literally able to put the money in the bank account, which is why I never told anyone about it. But after August 25th, 2023, it was like a bad feeling. You know, just like Hassan, if you don't tell them right now, you're never going to be able to, because you just won your case right now and you deserve to be able to study. So I told them straight out, August 25th, 2023, right afterwards, I was like, I have a brain savant. I'm a triple savant. I know you know, and I want to study now. I've had enough. I know you know, and I also know you have a brain scanner, obviously, since you have it locked up and everyone in town knows about my brain savant. So I want to be able to study now. So yeah, that's exactly why I never told anyone about it. And every single person knew about it. Ms. Deb knew about it in June 2023, and I never even whispered into anyone's ears till August 25th, 2023, which is why I knew that they had a brain scanner, because they knew about my brain savant. Other people like Farah the Greedy Framer were told by the Indian government when Farah went to go get her daughter Ifra married, one of the girls that she advertises from that picture right now. When Farah went to go get her daughter Ifra married, basically the Indian government told her about it. And the weird thing is, as soon as Farah comes back from getting her daughter married, even though law enforcement in the U.S. didn't tell her about it, Farah tells law enforcement in the U.S., she's like, advertise my daughter to Hassan. Put Angelina Jolie with Shah Rukh Khan on his YouTube all day long. See how Hassan responds. Does he look like he liked her or not? And law enforcement in the U.S. is just like, why do you want this? Because law enforcement in the U.S. never told Farah about My Brain Savant. So they knew that the Indian government must have told her when she went to go get her daughter Ifra married. Level of greed. A person is supposed to want good for their daughter. She literally comes back from having her married, and she's asking law enforcement to check the chances of her marrying me after literally a day after getting her daughter married. It's insanity. You never heard of these things that Miss Deb and Farah the Greedy Framer are doing. Farah the Greedy Framer learned about it from the Indian government, by the way. Miss Deb was really good BFFs with law enforcement. I know for a fact because after August 9, 2022, law enforcement hid the results of that 6-hour-long brain savant test from everyone in the U.S. for 8 months till April 2023, except for one person, that's Miss Deb. And Miss Deb's ad in my Instagram was already there a month after that test was done, clearly showing that Miss Deb was the only person told by law enforcement about My Brain Savant, just like how Farah the Greedy Framer was told by the Indian government when she went to go get her daughter Ifra married. As soon as Farah the Greedy Framer comes back home from getting her daughter married, she's acting like she wants to get her daughter, who's already married to me. A girl you just got married right now. You want to check the chances of her marrying someone else? Like, come on, people. Like, she can only marry one person at a time. So obviously she was told by the Indian government when she went to go get her daughter married about My Brain Savant and its monetary potential over there. She got greedy when she came back, and U.S. law enforcement was just like, why do you want us to check the chances of Hassan marrying your daughter who's just gotten married right now? That doesn't make any sense, since you got to remember, U.S. law enforcement never told Farah the Greedy Framer about My Brain Savant, which means that when she went to go get her daughter married, the Indian government basically told her, which is why as soon as she comes back, she asked U.S. law enforcement to start putting up Angelina Jolie with Shah Rukh Khan on there to check to see the chances of getting her already married daughter married to me, who by now obviously is divorced, which is why she's advertising her all day and night long. Well, anyways, that's all I had to say.